everybody, and today we're going to be doing another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a movie that I am pretty shocked by. I didn't know I was going to like this movie as much. Longlegs. And this is a movie I'm sure you guys have heard of in the past, few days or something. If you guys haven't, well, you should check out the teasers and stuff, because they barely show anything. So, Longlegs stars Nicolas Cage and a few other actors that I don't know the names of. I'm just not good with names, like remembering at all. But I'm just gonna say all the actors are really freaking good in this movie. I absolutely love this movie as well. I don't know if it's my favorite movie of the year, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely gonna be like top 5 at least. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good horror movie. Now, there are some people that I've heard that say like it's a little generic and stuff, and I think that mostly depends on the person, because I found this movie absolutely disturbing. Some people might not find it like that, though, because it is just another horror movie, but I think it's a horror movie that's done really well, because it is really good. I think it's a really good horror movie, but it is not, completely different from what we've seen before, obviously. It's kind of like Silence of the Lambs. I think that's going to be one of the biggest comparisons you're going to see out there is Silence of the Lambs. It's the movie with Hannibal Lecter, one of the most popular horror, icons out there. A little bit, not really anymore, but before he was really popular. And I think that's going to be a big comparison in this movie, that it is kind of like Silence of the Lambs. But there is a lot I do want to talk about, but I don't think I want to say much about the movie, because this movie was, like, the trailers barely showed anything, so I'm assuming they want to keep this, kind of a mystery type thing, and it is like a mystery type thing, so I highly recommend checking out the movie yourself, and I'm not really going to say any spoilers or anything. I will say, like, how the movie feels, though. So the movie is not your typical, boo, jump scare and stuff like that. It's more of, like, a tension build. Like, it's very slow, and that might be a little bit boring to some people. Some people don't like that, but it's very slow. There's also these, like, really wide-angle shots, and it's kind of creepy that way, because there's, like, shots where, like, the main character is, like, opening something, and then it shows, like, a doorway that's, like, really dark, and you're like, oh, please look at it. And it's terrifying, and the sound design in this movie, damn, it's great. It's so creepy. The music in this whole movie is creepy. I think it's a T-Rex that did most of the music that they have in this movie. The, like, rock music they have in it. I think it's T-Rex that did most of it. And I listened to some of the songs. They're pretty decent. It's stuff like I love when they do stuff like that that's not, like, familiar anymore. Like stuff like Late Night with the Devil, when they put in what is it? Keep It Warm, I think it was, from Flo and Eddie. I really love that song, and I never even knew about it until that movie came out, and I really love that song. So I love when movies put, like, really old music that barely anybody talks about or knows about anymore, and just puts it in the movie, because these are good songs, and it's crazy how I never even heard of these ones, because I absolutely love, like, the 70s and stuff like that, and 60s. I absolutely love those era of music, and it's crazy how I never even heard anything, especially with rock. So I think Nicolas Cage does a really good job in this movie. He is a little goofy at times, it's Nicolas Cage, we know, but he is good in this movie, and I think you do see him a decent amount of times. He's not in it a lot, but I think it's enough for, like, it to be kind of disturbing, I guess. So, I don't know what else to say. The main character is, like, a detective that has, like, psychic powers. And she's also really good. She's a really good actor. I don't really have much to say about her. I don't know. It's just kind of your, protagonist. It's what you want. It's a hero and all that. She seems to be, like, the main target for this whole movie. Or she's, like, the main one that's supposed to be doing everything. She's, like, the main target, basically, from the killer and stuff like that, it looks like. And not, like, to be killed, but, like, just to be noticed that she's the center one, like, the main focus of this entire movie. And that's obviously what you expect from if you have a protagonist, right? There's also a few supporting characters, and the supporting characters are really nice. I forgot who the guy was, but he is also a cop, and he's a really nice guy. I don't know if are they agents or cops? I forgot. I think it's agents, but whatever it is, whatever. They're both part of the police department. I think this movie was really good. One good thing that this movie did really well is tension and stuff like that. The music was absolutely terrifying. There's barely any music, but when you hear it, it's like, oh my god, it gives you anxiety. It gives you a lot of anxiety, and yeah, it's a big tension build movie. It's really disturbing, in my opinion. Again, some people are probably not going to be disturbed by this at all, but in my opinion, I found it disturbing, and I absolutely love this movie. I give this movie I would just give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's more of an 8, but I think I give it over and like a little bit over an 8, like 8.7. So I'm just gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. I think a 9 out of 10 is fair. I love this movie a lot. I loved it more than I thought I was, but I don't think I like this more than like Late Night with the Devil, just because Late Night with the Devil just has more style to it, in my opinion. So does this, obviously. This has a lot of style. This, like, they have a lot of, like, 35 millimeter type shots, and that's really cool. But there's just a lot more that I think Late Night with the Devil that I liked. But Longlegs is definitely like probably a better movie overall. But they're both really good. But I do highly recommend seeing this movie in theaters. I think in theaters this would be a fantastic watch. It is. One thing I gotta say, this is probably one of the best theater experiences I got for a horror movie. Every time I go to a horror movie in a theater, everybody's always so loud. There's always like people like, oh my god. There's always someone like really loud, right? But in this specific movie, there was nobody talking. It was silence throughout the whole freaking movie, from start to finish, and that's something that is so unusual to me. I'm really happy that I haven't known. It feels like people are engaged in this movie, and that's what I like. Because, and also there's a lot of people in the theater. That's a lot of people for a horror movie than usual. So I do hope this does get a lot of money, because it is a great movie, and it looks like it is getting a lot of money. Just like judging by how many people were actually in the theater at my theater, and my theater isn't even popular. My theater's freaking terrible, and there's a lot of people there. So I think this is definitely making a lot of money. Obviously not Despicable Me 4 money or Inside Out 2 money, but it looks like it's gonna make a decent amount of money for a horror movie, and I'm happy for that. I'm happy that it's making that much. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about this movie. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think it's really good. Highly recommend watching in theaters. It's a really great experience. See you guys later.